Hello, everyone. So today's case is incredibly sad. It's unforgivable what happened, and for me personally, it's very reminiscent of the Alexis Treviso case that happened quite recently. It's just anything that has to do with harming a child really gets to me. So this is just your warning. This does involve a newborn baby, like the Alexis Treviso case. So if crimes against children is something that really triggers you, this isn't going to be the video for you. But all the links I use for research will be down below, and let's go ahead and get into this. So this is going to be the case of Alexis Avila. This case takes place in New Mexico. Alexis is an 18-year-old mother who is being charged with dumping her newborn son into a dumpster in January of 2022. Police said a group of people were looking through the trash bin, dumpster diving, looking for stuff, when they found the baby because they heard the baby crying, and they would try to keep the baby warm until police and paramedics arrived. And from the articles I read, the people were very traumatized. This freaked them out. They were crying. And, I would be too. Somebody just dumped their baby in a trash can and you found it. Like, I can't imagine how I would be feeling. Police would use surveillance video to identify a car suspected to be involved. And I will have photos of surveillance video on screen. And the surveillance video of the car led them to Alexis because it was her vehicle. So I do want to say right now the baby did survive. So that's great. But it is still heartbreaking. Alexis told police that she did not know that she was pregnant until a day before she gave birth. And let me just say, who does that remind you of? Alexis Treviso, who claimed she didn't know she was pregnant until she gave birth in that bathroom at the hospital. I'm just saying. In the video, you can see her pull up to the dumpster in a white vehicle and throw a black plastic bag into the dumpster and drive away. On January 6th, she said she sought medical attention for abdominal pain and constipation. The next day, she experienced stomach pain and would give birth. She identified who she believed the father is and that she ended her relationship with him in August of 2021. She told police when she gave birth, she panicked and didn't know what to do or who to call. I don't know, sis. Call 911. Don't throw a baby in a dumpster. Maybe that's just too much logic. She cut the umbilical cord, wrapped him in a towel, put him in a plastic bag with trash, and drove around until she decided to toss him away. It's believed that he was in the dumpster for 6 hours when those people heard his cries. He went to a hospital in Lubbock, Texas, where he was stable and then put into the custody of the New Mexico Children, Youth, and Families Department. Alexis's parents said that they didn't know she was pregnant either, and search warrants were obtained for the white vehicle, and evidence, which included blood swabs, clothing, and a towel, were seized from that car. In 2023, she was sentenced to mandatory 18 years in prison, although some articles say 19 years. So I'm not sure if she got time off or something. So 18, 19 years. But the judge cited mental health concerns and the defendant age in suspending 2 years of the punishment. So I'm not sure if it's 17, 18, 19. We got 18 here, so that's what I'm saying. So it's around that time. The jurors convicted her of child abuse involving great bodily harm in the days-long trial. Her public defender said her actions were not premeditated and that a previously undiagnosed mental health disorder played a role. He said that while her actions were wrong, they were the result of her bipolar disorder and that she was disassociated and detached from her feelings. A licensed clinical social worker named Jack Hancock worked with Alexis and vouched for her mental health issues in the trial. Her mom says Alexis would not have done this if she had been in the right state of mind. So, Alexis will be 34 when she gets out of prison. Her public defender says that they are working with the prison to make sure she has access to therapy and education. Alexis's case spurred new conversations about New Mexico's safe haven law, which, if you don't know what safe haven laws are, it's basically what allows parents to leave a baby younger than 90 days at a safe location without criminal consequences. So I don't know if it's the same place everywhere else, but here in Oklahoma, those are safe haven baby boxes, and we usually have them at like fire departments and stuff like that. You just place the baby in, and I think you ring something like a bell or something, and they know that the baby's there, so it's not left out there super long. And you just give the baby up with no consequences. That's what we have here. I don't know if it's the same everywhere else. Um, In 2022, lawmakers passed a bill to expand the state's safe haven program and provide funds to build one baby box for every county where an infant can be left. And that is the Alexis Avila case. So let's talk about it. Part of me, when I was going through this, I had a severe hatred for Alexis Avila. To me, doing that to your child, even with your mental health disorder, is unforgivable. I don't think that's an excuse at all. I'm sorry. I feel like there's plenty of people that are disassociated and detached. I have friends that struggle with this severely, and they would never ever do this. And they do have children, and they would never ever do this kind of thing. And there are plenty of people who don't have children that have these disorders and would say, I would never do that either. So I'm sorry, I just don't think that mental health should be used as an excuse for you throwing away your newborn child. I'm sorry, I just don't think it should be used. However, um, I am happy that her public defenders are working with the prison so that she does get the therapy and education she needs. I hope that she does work on herself. I hope that she can find help for her mental disorder, because just from what I know from my friends, that this is something that can be like hell to live with. So I really do hope that she gets the help that she sincerely needs and she becomes a better person. But I'm also very happy that she did get these mandatory years in prison because she did do something awful. Um, when she was going to get help for her pains, I'm sure at some point they told her she was pregnant. I would have went to a hospital. I don't think like, oh, it's just this. I'm sure they would have given her a test of some sort. They would have. I feel like most doctors would be like, oh, are you pregnant? I know when I go to a doctor, that's the question: is are you pregnant when you name those kind of things. Um, she said she panicked. I can understand panicking in that situation because it's a baby, but I still feel like you should be able to like, hey, I need to call 911. And the thing is, in the articles I was reading, this was January in Texas. That gets really cold. It was below freezing when this was going on. That baby could have frozen to death inside that dumpster, and then it would have been a murder case. So she's very lucky that that baby did not die and that baby held on. I still think it's incredibly unforgivable. I think it's still incredibly disgusting. But I do hope she gets the help she needs. And I am very happy that, the state is making the effort to put baby boxes out there so parents understand you don't have to throw your baby into a dumpster. You don't have to try to kill your baby. You can give your baby in this baby box and it can go somewhere safe. You're not stuck with it if that's how you're feeling. You don't have to panic and be scared. So I think it's really good that they are trying to, you know, expand this program because it's very needed, obviously, because I feel like we're seeing a lot of cases where children are being harmed, and that shouldn't be the case. But let me know your thoughts down below. I feel like I made my feelings pretty clear, but let me know what you guys think down below. Do you think mental health is an excuse? Do you think that sure it plays a role, but it shouldn't be like the determining factor and stuff like this? Or do you think like it's not an excuse at all, hard time? Let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Bye, guys.